Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to my first tutorial. In my today's tutorial, I'm going to explain you on how Module scripts works. First off guys, trust me, they are really not that complicated as you might think. So let's hop right into it actually, and what we're gonna first do is, let's first a script. Let me first write and then explain what we did there. So for I, file in pairs, script get distance do if file is a model script, then require file. So guys, in this script what I did is for I, file in pairs, script get distance. What this basically means is script and get all children and whose children. This will mean if I just make a script and then below the script another script, then this script would take them all. Okay, it will take everything, every single thing below this script you are writing in. Okay, kind of basic. So what we did then is, if file is a model script, this explains itself. If the thing below this script is a model script, then we will require it. What require mean is we will activate it, like we will take it. Okay, I will explain this a little bit soon, but let me just first make a model script, and we will just let it model script. And what we're gonna do now is actually we will insert a remote event in replicated storage. This is what you always do, right, if you write with JavaScript and local script. So but this is quite a little bit different. Just imagine that this model script works now just like a normal script, but it has a cool feature too that I will be coming to soon. So first off, in this local script we're gonna local first everything. So local event equals to game.replicate storage remote event, local res equals to game get service user input service, res input began connect with function input if input dot kcode equals to enum dot kcode dot, let's say, error, then event file server. Kind of basic, right? This is what you always do. Now you got to think, why should I use model script then if I do the same? Now I will be explaining it soon. Let me just make an example first. So first off, in this model script we're gonna add our event in, and what we're gonna do now is, let me first write and then I will explain it to you. So event dot on server event connect function player. So if model oh, I forgot something. One event type, we better call this event type, then module event type. Now here the player. Guys, what I did is kind of simple. Okay, event type is literally the second parameter of our server, of our function we just sent. Now you think, why the second? Because there is no one, so it will mean actually the first. Yes, actually yes, but if you know how to use more remote events, then you know that there is always like a parameter called the player, but we don't have to write it in. It's like already there. So the first parameter will be always the player, and it's like here, always the player as the first parameter. Now the second parameter is the event type, and this will mean here it will be just the first one, because player is just written in but we can't see it. Just imagine it like this. Now the second parameter is something like we want it to be, like we want to call it. Now I will just say release actually. Okay, kind of basic name. Let's say let's say charge, actually charge. So just charge. Okay, so and now in this script what I do is, if there is below model a function, call it I will just write it and then you will understand it easily. Model dot, how did I call it, charge. So if what we say here is, if there is below model a function that has the same name as the event we just sent, then we want it to start running. Okay, so explaining it now better, I say it here charge, right? And here the script checks if there is anything below model. The model is a table, as you know, and below tables you can set everything, also functions. So here I say I just check if there's anything below this table that has the same name as the event type we just sent it, which is charge. Okay, kind of basic. If it has, then we want this event to start running, and we will give it the parameter player, but just type in player then, and here at the top then 2, and that's it. So now we will just say point charge, and if we go in the game and we now click air, as you can see it's pointing charge if I click air. So kind of basic, right? So what we can do now is, let's say usually if you use the JavaScript, you want to make now a release and charge function. So what you will do is you will now need to instance a second remote event called it then release and all. But this time you won't need to do it. Why? Because let me just copy this again. We will paste it here, and now we say input ended connect function. If input.r, then we want the file now the same server, but our event type this time will be release. Okay guys, it will be release. And what we're gonna do now is going back to the model script. This here is already done. This was our last time we ever touched it, because we don't need anything there. Okay, so and now what I just need to make is again a function below this model, for sure below the table. By the way guys, you will always the first thing you will always write here is the name of this. Okay, so if I call this test, then I will need to call this test2, this test2, and this test2. Okay, kind of important, just remember this. So model no okay, it's called model. So model, and what we're gonna do now guys is model, just like at the top, and now that our function name, I just call it release there, so I will call it release here too. And now here we will just take the player, and now I will just point release. Kind of basic, right? What I now just did is whenever I stop holding air, it needs now to fire the same event, but this time with the event type release. Okay, and this script at the top down, just like I explained it already, it sees if it collects the event, and it sees if there is anything below this model table that has the same name as the event type we just sent. If yes, then let it start running. Okay, and as you can see, charge, and release. Kind of basic, right? Now if I go in the game and click air and let it up, charge, release, charge, release, charge, release. Kind of basic, right? But it's really is kind of good if you ask me. So now in the last 7 minutes I will show you something even better than just this. And now take a look and you will glaze, because this is really a game changer. Trust me guys, this you need to learn this. So let me just insert a second model script. I will need to write now a little bit faster because I don't have much time left. So in this model script, what we're gonna do is just like we did in the script before, function model dot, and now we call it like just what we just what we want it to be. Let's say body velocity. Okay, kind of basic. So oh, we misspelled it, model. So now it's right. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I will just write first and then I will explain it to you all. Okay, so I'm gonna do it part comma let's say makes force and the strength out of it. So and now what I will do is local before equals to instance that new body velocity. I will be explaining it after I stopped writing. Now it might look complicated, but it really isn't, trust me. So oops, I just did a mistake. That makes, well, okay, oh my god. So before that makes force equals to vector 3 dot new, and now let's say makes force, comma makes force, comma makes force. Now this is a basic body velocity. I think you all might be able to use this because this is the biggest basic of starting with Roblox. So yeah, actually, okay. Now look, what I did here is a kind of body velocity that you always lose, but you might think, what is this all and where do I get these parameters from? Now it's quite simple. Now let's just get back to our usual model script, to our model script we just wrote, and now we will local the model script we just wrote in. So local model 2 equals to require. You will always say require if localing a module script game.javascript service.script.module script 2. Okay, so and if I now say on the release side, actually, because we want it to happen when we let off, so module 2, and if I now just say that, as you can see, it already says body velocity. Why? Because below this model it has a function called body velocity. Okay, and now I can say that body velocity, and now it gives me some things I gotta add in. And now let me just first write it and then explain it kind of easy. So player dot character dot part, comma 99, comma 10. So what I did here is just some basic numbers. You might think, what is this? So what this basically is I just said in the model script a humanoid wood part, okay? And if I here start the model script, then the first parameter I would need to say needs to be the same as this one. So I said here humanoid wood part, right, to add the body velocity on it. So I will say here on the player's humanoid wood part, okay? So now the second parameter is max force, how strong it needs to be, and this is this one, like how strong it is. And what I did here is some basic numbers like 99, because this is what you do on max force, as you know. And now this last thing I did is just a 10, and what 10 basically is strength, as you can see, and this is just on my look vector. And if I now go into the game and press R and let off, then I will get body velocity to the front, and it will disappear after 0.5 seconds. So as you can see, okay, now I just worked. So to make it stronger, okay, to just make it stronger, I just will need to go here and now say 100, okay, kind of basic 100. And now if I, let me just double check. Now if I click R, as you can see, I got a huge body velocity, okay. So actually guys, this is it for my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and know how to use model scripts, because they're really important and really useful. So I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like my videos for more tutorials. I will see you all. Bye bye.